All right, take a look at this. This is what it looked like in New Orleans this morning after as much as 4 inches of rain fell in just an hour. Streets flooded, cars stalled out in all this high water, and the city is expecting more rain. Nearly 10 years ago, a tornado ripped through the city of Joplin, killing more than 150 people and leaving many without a place to call home. Now, at the time, CBS News reported people in the area didn't seek shelter when they heard the first siren blaring outside. 10 years later, we're asking our local municipalities how our warning systems work. Abby Dodge has an inside look at who's making the decision to sound the sirens.
It's a sound we hear every month, normally at 11 in the morning on the first Wednesday. Cities and counties make sure the sirens work for when the skies aren't as clear. 10 years ago, more than 150 people died in southwest Missouri. Sirens went off in Joplin that Sunday evening, but at least some of the deaths and injuries were blamed on complacency. Residents who ignored the sirens after days of false alarms.
Not just here in Joplin, but all across the country, radar technology and interpretation has improved so we can reduce the number of false alarms.
We try to walk that balance between overwarning so that people know if they hear the siren sometime other than 11 o'clock on Wednesday, it's a real deal, and it means that an actual warning has been issued by the National Weather Service, meaning they have seen a tornado.
This month, the Kansas City Emergency Operations Center trusted me to make sure things were up and running.
And the lights mean it's all working?
When there's a real threat, someone like Andy Bailey with the National Weather Service will issue a tornado warning. There are a few variations, but for the most part here in the metro, that means someone will sound the sirens. The National Weather Service sends out a warning if there's a tornado on the radar or a trusted spotter sees it on the ground.
In this part of the country, there's probably no other weather warning more important than a tornado warning.
Sirens are just the start. If you're mowing your grass with your headphones in, you're probably not going to hear it. The same goes for if you're inside. That's why the government developed the Wireless Emergency Alert System. It can send you a message if you're in danger, kind of like an Amber Alert.
So nobody's tracking your phone. It's more like your phone is listening for a broadcast from a tower, and when that happens, your phone will go off with that alert.
You can opt out of the alerts, but the National Weather Service doesn't recommend it. There was a hiccup earlier this year with the coding. What was supposed to be a test was mistakenly broadcast as a real tornado warning.
We got that bug out of the way before the actual warnings, were issued later on.
The people in charge of issuing those warnings say they understand people's curiosity, but this sound means take shelter.
One of the things that's just natural for us to do is we try to verify that the threat exists. What I try to tell people is that tornado warning should be your verification that even if there's not a tornado currently present, conditions are such that we could get a tornado to develop in a matter of seconds.
Which could save your life. In Kansas City, Abby Dodge, KC, TV5 News.